Was farming a success? Well, it all depends on how you look at it, Manly said when Laura asked him the question. They had had a lot of bad luck, but anyone was liable to have bad luck even if they weren't a farmer. There have been so many dry seasons now that surely next year would be a good crop year. They had a lot of stock. The two oldest colts would be ready to sell in the spring. Some newcomer to the land would be sure to want them, and there were the younger colts coming on. There were a couple of steers ready to sell now. Oh, they likely bring $12 or $13 apiece. And there were the sheep, twice as many as last year to keep, and some lambs and the 6 old sheep to sell. By building the new house so cheaply, they had money left to help pay for proving up on the land. Maybe sheep are the answer. Everything will be all right, for it all evens up in time. You'll see, Manly said as he started for the barn. As Laura watched him go, she thought, yes, everything is even up in time. The rich have their ice in the summer, but the poor get theirs in the winter, and ours is coming soon. Winter was coming on, and inside the ruins of their comfortable little house, they were making a fresh start with nothing. Their possessions would no more than balance their debts, if that. If they could find the $200 to prove up, the land would be theirs anyway, and Manly thought he could. It would be a fight to win out in this business of farming, but strangely she felt her spirit rising for the struggle. The incurable optimism of the farmer who throws his seed on the ground every spring, betting it and his time against the elements seemed inextricably to blend with the creed of her pioneer forefathers that it is better farther on, only instead of farther on in space, it was farther on in time, over the horizon of the years ahead instead of the far horizon of the west. She was still the pioneer girl, and she could understand Manly's love of the land through its appeal to herself. Oh well, Laura sighed, summing up her idea of the situation in a saying of her ma's. We'll always be farmers, for what is bred in the bone will come out in the flesh. And then Laura smiled, for Manly was coming from the barn and he was singing, You talk of the mines of Australia, they've wealth and red gold without doubt. But there is gold in the farm, boys, if only you'll shovel it out. The oval glass bread plate Laura and Manly bought for their first Christmas together. The plate survived the fire and was found among Rose Wilder Lane's things after her death. It is now at the Laura Ingalls Wilder Home Association in Mansfield, Missouri, for all visitors to see.